jealous of Paolo.
If it's good, I'll be envious and hate it all the more.
You're just jealous because your hair can't do this.
God, I was always so envious of you.
The jealous wife who tricks the husband who trusts her.
Welcome to Talk Word. All right, let's talk about two words that get almost everyone tangled up: jealous and envious.
Okay, so even Homer Simpson has an opinion on this. And you know what? His definition is probably what a lot of us learned in school. But if it's really that cut and dry, why do we still see these words getting mixed up all the time, even by professional writers?
Look, if you're confused, don't worry, you're not alone. And today, we're going to clear this up once and for all. We're going to dig into a little bit of history, and I'll give you one super simple rule that will have you using these words with total confidence. So here's where it gets really interesting. This whole idea that jealous and envious are completely separate things, well, that's actually a pretty new idea. If you go back in time, their stories are way more tangled up than you'd think. I mean, look at this. Both words pop up in English way back in the 13th century. But it wasn't until the mid-20th century that people really started trying to draw a strict line in the sand between them. And that's the whole reason we get confused. For hundreds of years, they actually shared a meaning. Okay, let's take a look. When you're talking about wanting something that someone else has, like their good luck, you can say, I am jealous of his good fortune, or I am envious of his good fortune. And yep, you heard me correctly, both are considered okay.
So, surprise, this is the big reveal. If you've ever used jealous when you meant you wanted something, you weren't actually wrong. Not really. You were just using it the way people have for centuries. So go ahead, breathe a little easier. But, and there's always a but, right? There is a catch.
And this right here is the absolute key to getting it right every single time. Because even though they overlap, there's one specific situation where only one of these words will work. This is the unbreakable rule.
So let's look at the word jealous. It has this special, exclusive meaning. Being possessive or suspicious, being afraid you're going to lose something you already have to someone else. That feeling, that's jealousy. Envy just doesn't do that.
And this example just makes it so clear. You'd say he was a jealous husband, right? Because he's afraid of losing his partner's affection. But you would never say he was an envious husband. I mean, that would mean he wants somebody else's husband. Totally different thing, right?
So, here's the bottom line. The one thing you absolutely need to remember is this. If the feeling is about fear of losing something you already have, the word is always jealous. That's it. That's the one unbreakable rule. All right, so we've got the theory down. Now let's put it into practice with some real-life examples so you can really get a feel for this.
Let's start with envious. You want your friend's new car. You wish you had your colleague's job. You'd love to have someone's artistic talent. In all of these, you're wanting something you don't have. Envious is the perfect word here. Clean, simple.
Okay, now let's look at jealous. You can be jealous of that same colleague's job title. See, there's that overlap again. But you're also jealous when you're worried your partner is flirting with someone else. Or when your best friend starts hanging out with a new person and you feel a little threatened. See how jealous pulls double duty? It covers both wanting something and fearing you'll lose something.
And this chart really just puts it all together perfectly. Wanting what someone else has. Hey, you can use envious or jealous. It's your call. But fearing you'll lose what's already yours? Nope, that is jealous territory and jealous territory only. The whole thing, right there in one simple visual.
Okay, you ready for a little pop quiz? Let's test what we've learned. I'm going to throw a common situation at you, and you see if you can nail the answer.
All right, here it is. A coworker gets the promotion that you really wanted. Are you jealous or are you envious? Think back to that chart we just saw. And the answer is, it's a trick question. You can be both, because this is all about wanting what someone else has. Both words totally work. So if you said jealous or envious, you got it right. Well done.
And that leaves us with just one final thought. Kind of a fun one to chew on. Since jealous gets to have more than one meaning, do you think the word envious ever gets, jealous of it? Something to think about, right?
I really hope this helped clear things up for you. If you love digging into the stories behind words like this, you'll find a ton more deep dives just like it. Just search for Talkword wherever you get your podcasts, or you can download our app. Thanks so much for tuning in.